started. Cesar, if you could just take us back the 12 hours or so from when you got picked, and just how your life is different now than it was at this time yesterday. And again, your thoughts on joining the Saints.
Yeah, it's a surreal feeling. Never knew what organization I was going to play for. I'm just blessed for it to be in New Orleans. And, 24 hours ago, I was sitting in my room, just sitting here praying, and just had so much going on through my mind about where I would end up. And, all that stress is gone. And it's just an amazing feeling right now. That's all going. I'm with an amazing organization.
Great. We'll open it up to questions, and obviously probably give the preference to the TV folks because they got a little shortchanged last night.
Well, I'll lead it off while they're thinking of their questions. Cesar, what does it mean for you to represent your hometown, Camden, in the NFL and being a first-round pick?
Yeah, it means everything. After I got drafted, I made a post and basically directed towards all the kids in Camden who have a dream. And I took my time to make a post to them and just let them know that I did it. And I was in your shoes at one point, and I basically just sent some motivation their way and let them know like anything's possible. Just put your mind to it and believe in yourself if nobody else does. So that's what it means to me for my city. Just go ahead and motivate everybody as much as I can. Let them know everything's possible. Just look at me.
Did you have anybody like that growing up there?
Somebody that was like in my shoes growing up.
Somebody that you looked at as like a role model for coming from Camden and going out and making something like that.
Nobody really from Camden that I looked up to that was going to the NFL. Really, there was somebody that was my high school teammate. He was I believe he's like 3 years older than me, Sean Chandler. He plays for the New York Giants, and we played high school together. I was a freshman his senior year, and what he really did was once he went to the Giants, he basically just let everybody know like it's possible. Just work hard, and this is possible.
Cesar, Sean Payton said he didn't draft you. He drafted you to come in and start. Did you hear him say that? And what is your reaction to that?
Yeah, I heard that on Twitter when I was scrolling through everything, and it makes sense. You wouldn't take somebody this high for him to just sit back and just watch. Coach thinks very highly of me, and he believes in my abilities. And, that's just when he said that, it's really just motivated me even more to know I got to come in and work hard because, once I get out there, I'm going to be on the field.
Hey, Cesar, how much contact did you have with the Saints? Did you get a feeling that they were interested? How many meetings or video chats did you have with them leading up to Thursday night?
Yeah, I had one interaction with the Saints, I believe, and that was at the Combine. I don't remember. I mean, I had a lot of interviews during the whole process, but I don't remember it ever being the Saints. I don't even remember them calling me from my draft day phone number. I don't even remember that. All I remember is the Combine interview, and that was the only thing I remember.
I saw you yawning earlier. Did you get any sleep at all last night, or what was last night like for you?
No, yeah, I got some sleep. Not as much sleep as I would like, but I was able to rest my eyes for a little bit.
What do you know? Go ahead, sorry.
To come into the league and right off the bat be blocking for a Hall of Fame quarterback, how cool is that? And how much responsibility will you take upon yourself to be as good as you can to protect such a valuable asset?
Yeah, coming in and having Drew Brees as my quarterback, it's important to protect him at all costs. So that's what I'm gonna do. That's what I do, and I'm gonna keep doing what I'm doing. I'm gonna protect him, and it means a lot to have a leader like that and somebody who's been around the game for so long to be able to teach me a lot and sort of mentor me as well. And just having him around and learning from him. It's really important for me to be able to protect him and have his back.
Piggybacking off of that, he sent you congratulations video today. What was it like, getting a personalized message from him? You haven't met him yet. You will eventually, but just having him shout you out.
Yeah, when he texted me a video, and it was just randomly. I just randomly got a message, and I had looked at it, and because I knew he was going to contact me soon. Coach Payton told me Drew Brees would contact me soon, and when I saw it, I was just going. I have millions of messages in my phone, and something about that message just told me to click on it, and it was a video of him, basically just welcoming me to the team, and just welcoming me and congratulating me.
Cesar, do you know anybody? Do you have any connections to this organization besides, obviously there aren't a lot of, Michigan players here, a lot of Ohio State guys, but do you know anybody that you've worked out with, friends, any connections as far as players or coaches go?
No, not anybody really. The only person I've actually had interaction with was Eric McCoy. I reached out to Eric McCoy when I had announced I was leaving early, and I had reached out to him on Instagram for advice on what to expect throughout this draft process, and just stuff like that. He was actually the only like player that I didn't know already that I reached out to. Everybody else that gave me advice I knew already. He was the only guy that I'd never met before that I reached out to get advice because he was just in my shoes last year. So I reached out to him and he gave me advice during this draft process.
Cesar, they have a lot of Ohio State guys in this locker room. You gonna be okay with that?
Yeah, that's not a problem. It's not a problem with me.
You mentioned reaching out to Eric McCoy. What was some of the advice he gave you?
He basically just gave me combine advice. It was a nice little long message he basically gave me. Basically told me what to expect at the combine, and just how to stay in shape and just basically preparing myself for the combine in this entire process and just being mentally ready.
Have you ever been to
have you heard from him since last night?
Yeah, I talked to him. I messaged him last night.
And just what was that exchange like? Was he obviously congratulatory to you?
Yeah, I reached out to him because I remembered it was crazy. He's the only guy that I didn't know that I reached out to, and now we're about to be teammates, playing alongside of each other. So I made a priority to reach out to him because I appreciate his advice and him taking the time out of his day to respond to my messages. And so I reached out to him, and he told me he was going to reach out to me. He just wanted to let everything die down, but I made a priority to reach out to him and let him know that I'm ready to work.
Cesar, we just got off the phone with your offensive line coach at Michigan, and he said, you're a quick learner, and he believes that'll translate to the NFL with not being able to be with the team until August. I mean, do you agree with that sentiment that you'll be ready for August? And what type of things are you going to be doing from now until then?
Yeah, I believe I'll be able to be ready when I get with the team in August. I'm going to study my playbook. I'm going to stay in shape, eat right, and do everything right. And yeah, I'm going to do everything I can to stay in shape and just, be a professional and make sure I'm ready when I get there in August.
One of the things your coach also said was you were very attentive in meetings and always seemed to be looking for feedback. Was that always the case for you? Have you always been a kind of a meeting junkie?
Yeah, meetings. I'm really big on. I just want to know why I'm doing something so I can understand it more. Not that I'm questioning it. It's just I just really like to understand things deeply so I understand what's going on. So I'm a big meeting guy. I enjoy meetings a lot, and that's why I flourish a lot. Just learning football. It's the best class I've ever taken. So that's really one thing that I like to harp on a lot is meetings.
You were penalized less than 5 times in 3 years. What do you attribute that to?
You said I was I'm sorry, what did you say?
You had like 3 penalties in 3 years. What do you attribute that to?
Yeah, believe it or not, all my penalties were a legal man downfield. I never had I didn't have a holding penalty or or anything like that ever. It was just playing disciplined football. Just knowing my technique, playing football, how it's supposed to be played, and just knowing what I'm doing.
You were obviously emotional last night, and we all heard the story about your father and playing for him. Just maybe if I know you discussed it last night in the phone call, but for those of us that are seeing you, would you mind just kind of talking about that? And now that you have made it to the NFL, continuing to honor his memory and make him proud.
Yeah. Last night, all the emotions that you guys saw was basically just me just thinking immediately when I got the call, I was thinking about my dad. And then I, picked my head up and just saw my family. And, everything just started to hit me at once. I was just so grateful and, just so shocked. And, really, it was just an amazing feeling. And I'm going to continue to carry my dad's legacy. I'm always going to have that good, positive attitude. I'm always going to be the guy that's, playful, somebody that people can get along with. And, locker room guy on off the field that's just good to people and somebody you can get along with.
What would your dad have said about last night?
He basically would have just told me he's proud of me. He'd probably been just as shocked as I was, probably would have cried like I did. But yeah, my dad would have been extremely proud of me.
Cesar, have you ever been to New Orleans before? Is this going to be your first time when you get down here?
Yeah, this was my first time. Yeah, my first time.
What do you sort of know about the city, or maybe just from what you've read or seen on TV or anything?
I know it's real. It's a real traditional city. Everybody talks about New Orleans, the food, the people. That's really just all I know. I don't know much because I don't really have any interactions in that area or any relationships in that area until now. So I'm going to be learning a lot when I get there and understanding where I'm at.
Cesar, I heard a story today about when you first got to IMG Academy. You were touring the place and like you got done with the tour and your mom was just like, yeah, he's just going to stay here. What do you remember about that? And why was that a place that you, I guess, felt comfortable in right away?
Yeah, it was basically a place that me and my mom have never seen anything like that before in our lives. So basically it was just setting us up for an amazing situation. I've never seen anything like it. My mom never seen anything like it. And it was a better situation than where I was at. Just everything it had to offer, safer environment, more things to help develop my game, more academic help, just different things like that. Just something that I knew I needed in order to prep me for the next level.
When you got to Michigan, how did Coach Warner help elevate your game?
Yeah, he helped elevate my game by just bringing that aggressive coaching style, and really just harping on me learning my technique, and just emphasizing the little things a lot that people don't really notice that plays a big role. So he helped emphasize the little things.
You had a chance to look at the Saints offensive line and some of the successes they've had in recent years? Yes,
I have.
What do you think about what they've done? And I guess have you gotten a chance to talk to Coach Ruiz and others down here?
Yes, I have. I was able to talk to Coach, and really just basically just a welcome call. Congratulations, and he told me we'll talk more. Once I'm done with once I'm free again. When everything's not crazy right now with all the interviews and stuff. He basically just congratulated me and just just told me he was excited.
Does anybody else have any other questions?
Hey, Cesar, I want to ask you, your dance video is pretty popular here in New Orleans. Is that sort of who you are in the locker room, a guy that sort of brings a lot of, just having fun? Is that sort of who you are?
Yeah, I just have fun. I enjoy life, every aspect of it. You know, I try to find light in every situation. You know, you talk to the people that have known me the best. I've always been that guy since I was a little kid. So that's always going to stick with me no matter where I'm at.
Anybody else? Perfect. Well, thank you very much, Cesar, for your time. And thanks everyone for participating.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
Appreciate it, Cesar. Congrats.
Thanks, Cesar.
Thank you.